Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. Thought I would talk a little bit about the upcoming WWE BATTLEGROUND show. My emotions were a little bit like I gotta get this video up and added it in a hurry because of the last two pay-per-views having these 2-week builds. Basically, you see a Monday Night Raw after a pay-per-view, and then you're already getting ready for the go-home show. And we got a little bit of time for this one to breathe, but WWE jumped right back in to rematch mode, basically with Kevin Steen challenging John Cena the night after Money in the Bank, even though he wasn't in the building and wasn't able to answer the challenge. Kevin Owens, dang, I don't think I'm ever going to get that right. You know, I've known Kevin Owens as Kevin Steen for at least 5 years now, and I think that it's going to take a while to get that out of there. Every once in a while, I think that I can name all of these guys that came into WWE, and I have it in there, but then I start talking and making these videos, and the old name comes out, so I apologize about that. But Kevin Owens at the pay-per-view wasn't able to win the victory, even though he left John Cena laying. John Cena had to get help. He left under his own power, but he was, sort of helped out by the referees on the outside. But they went right into Monday Night Raw, and with Monday Night Raw, basically Kevin Owens is saying that he's the better wrestler. He wants to have one more match, and at this one more match, he wants to raise the stakes. He wants to become the United States champion because he believes that, he is, I guess he's sort of in the place where he's leaving NXT behind. On July 4th, he's going to be having the big match in Japan, where it's, him against Finn Balor for the NXT Championship. And I would bet, dollars to donuts that I think that Finn Balor is going to be getting his chance at the NXT Championship, even though that I think that the sooner Balor gets up to the WWE main roster, the better. It does seem like NXT is going to be gutted pretty soon, Tyler Breeze is a guy definitely in need of a call-up, but, Sami Zayn is hurt right now. You just got Samoa Joe down there, but he seems more of a guy that's fit for the main roster. I don't think you're going to be keeping Balor down there that much. Owens got a shot right up to the main roster, and who knows what NXT is going to look like in 6 months. It's going to be a little bit of a weird situation. Maybe they'll have to be sending guys up and down from the main roster that they're not using. I know that we've seen guys like, I was going to call it McGillicuddy and screw up everybody's name. But Curtis Axel went down there for a few weeks, and Tyson Kidd really got a reboot down there. So maybe that's what they're going to turn NXT into, is sort of a breeding ground for guys like maybe Fandango, who they don't really have anything going on for him at that point right now. But Kevin Owens, to me, honestly, is sort of being treated like he is, Godzilla. The way that he, went out and he wasn't able to beat up John Cena that night, so he went after MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, a guy that, John Cena has a little bit of a rep with. Cena brought MGK to WrestleMania 28 to do his entrance theme as he came down to the ring. The Voices in the Air song with that girl. It's on my iPod. I mean, I don't remember the last time I listened to it, but it's a good song. It gets you fired up for a match. MGK and Flo Rida both did a good job to get you hyped up for that match, and it really gave it a real big, feeling of what you were about to watch, and you were glad you were in Florida, in Miami, for that match when you saw that sort of. It wasn't really a concert because it was only 2 songs, but you got into it. MGK on Monday Night Raw on Monday just seemed like he was a guy that was filling some time. I didn't think that Kevin Owens would come out and attack him, but he did, and it's probably something that we're all going to remember for a good, real long time. But, why I say that they're building up like Godzilla is, when you go out and you attack celebrities, you're sort of, portraying yourself in a different light, being bigger than everything else. And I don't know about you guys, but when I go to movies to see, Godzilla, I'm not hoping that Godzilla, gets killed. I don't want to see Godzilla fall. I want to see him fuck some shit up. I want to see them, make up a plan to divert Godzilla, and Godzilla to sort of just, walk back into the ocean to fight another day. That's what I'm looking for with Kevin Owens. I think that with him, delivering the power bomb through the table, much like the Outsiders, the NWO at the Great American Bash in 1996, when they power bombed Eric Bischoff. I think that almost sets you into motion as being one of the biggest baby faces in the company. Is that, you know, there was a ton of people out there who were tweeting that they didn't care about MGK being on Raw, and that they felt like he was taking up time from anything else in the world that could be happening at that point. And it gets you to the point where you're like, damn, this guy just took that guy out who I didn't really like rapping anyways, so I'm going to cheer for this guy from now on. But we'll see what goes down. At the pay-per-view, honestly, if the United States Championship is on the line, I definitely think Kevin Owens can pull out a victory here. I definitely think Kevin Owens would be a great United States champion. And people would think, you know, after he, you know, in today's sort of YWC mindset, the second you lose a title, it's all you got buried. So, you know, Finn Balor going to Japan, beating Kevin Owens, with him, you know, dropping the NXT Championship, sort of putting him on a pedestal to be the guy in NXT right now. You know, Kevin Owens goes to the pay-per-view. He might have lost to Finn Balor and set up a big match for down the road, but he's able to beat John Cena. He immediately picks up the United States Championship, a title that in the last few months since WrestleMania, he's really got a little bit of a rebuild and really is, you know, starting to move into the right direction. So Owens is my pick at the pay-per-view. Let me know what you guys are thinking, but I'm really fired up and I'm really looking for a good match and proper build from here on out. Cena wasn't on Raw last week, but it'll be on Raw this week. And what can we do to get us to the point where, you know, Cena and Owens are having a third match in the matter of like a month, maybe 2 months, however those weeks end up, because you went 2 weeks, 2 weeks, and now you're going 4 weeks. So 3 matches in 6 weeks. Did I have that up right? Maybe in 8 weeks. Maybe it is in 2 months. And see, you know, does this matter, you know, for the WWE and the pay-per-view.